Hi, everyone, and welcome to our latest BookTrib live author interview, a Merrill Moss Media production. Today, we are thrilled to chat with New York Times bestselling author Elle James, and she's here to discuss her latest release, High Country Hideout, and it's part of her Covert Cowboys Inc. series. And we're also going to be giving away a bundle of books, which includes High Country Hideout and the two other fabulous Harlequin series program authors for this month. So that's a great little gift set for you guys. And just come by BookTrib after the chat and enter to win. So thank you so much for joining us today, Elle. It's great to have you here.
Thank you. I appreciate you inviting me to come.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
And hi,
So,
everybody.
hi guys. So before we begin our questions and answers, can you tell us a little bit more about High Country Hideout and the Covert Cowboy series and kind of just get everyone up to speed on it?
The Covert Cowboy series is a series I began. The guy behind it is Derringer, and he got tired of people getting away with murder and nobody doing anything
Mhm.
about it. So he set up his own organization because he's a millionaire or billionaire. And so he hires usually people that are former military or former police that no longer can do their jobs because they've been
Mhm.
injured or got in trouble, but they're
Yeah,
still highly honorable, and they're former cowboys as well. They started out as cowboys, and they have a good sense of loyalty and justice.
right.
And High Country Hideout is one of those. I took one of those characters that he's a one-legged cowboy. He was injured in battle. He lost his
Right.
leg, and he doesn't think he can do anything anymore. And he's
Mhm.
proven wrong.
Yeah, he's quite a character. With a great name, by the way. So,
Thank you.
I think, yeah. So I'm just curious, what's your experience been like so far writing for Harlequin Intrigue? Can you tell us like about when you first were published and just a little bit of the backstory?
My first book I published with Harlequin, I
Hmm.
actually got the call on Valentine's Day, which was kind of cool.
Oh, fitting.
Valentine's Day present. And the book was completely written.
Mhm.
And when my editor got the full book, I sold on a partial, 3 chapters. She got the full book. She said, "This isn't what I wanted."
Mhm.
And I'm like, "Oh my God, what do you want?" I ended up chopping off the last 10 chapters of that book and
Oh,
rewriting it
wow.
to get what she wanted. She wanted a mystery, and I didn't know the difference between a mystery and a romantic suspense. So I learned. And since then, I've
Yeah.
written, I lost count, somewhere over 40 books for Harlequin.
Wow. Fantastic.
Many more self-published and with other publishers as well. So I probably have about 80 books written so far.
Wow. That's quite a feat. What inspired you to write the Covert Cowboys series? Was there any TV shows or movies that you saw that kind of inspired you, or just anything in life, or
Well, it started out in Texas, and I've lived
Mhm.
20 years of my life in Texas, and I love Texas, and I love
Mhm.
the fact that you will meet real cowboys in Texas, and
Right?
they're, they can wear a pair of jeans like nobody
Yes.
else. They know how to wear a pair of
Nice
blue jeans.
hats.
And
Yep.
I've been in South Texas as well, and the Covert Cowboys series begins in South Texas, and it's very dry, it's very arid, and there are huge ranches that it'll take 1,000 acres to support one cow. So
Yeah.
it sounded like a good place to start it, and that was where I wanted something that was based in Texas. But then I take my Covert Cowboys everywhere.
Right.
They're not just in Texas.
Exactly. Yeah. So currently, you've been writing about Colorado as a setting, and it's a big part of it. So what's so special to you about Colorado?
Again, I love Colorado too.
Me
My
too.
husband,
Yeah.
my daughter, and I like to go out to Colorado and go four-wheeling in the
Oh,
mountains.
awesome.
There are hundreds of trails up there that are people had done gold mining up in there, and there's old roads up there. There are ghost towns. It's
Oh,
amazing.
wow.
And if you ever get a chance, go four-wheeling in Colorado. It's awesome.
Yeah.
The views are spectacular.
I did go once. I went camping up in the mountains, and I we did drive through this little tiny mountain town. It was like speed limit like 15, and I think we were going 20, and they were like, "Stop, slow down." It was like it was amazing. Such a tiny little like area where people live. It was beautiful.
And we
Um,
just we just went to
so
Colorado recently to
Yeah.
Ouray. And just south of
Oh, never
Ouray is
done
a
it.
place called Silverton, and it's a very
Hmm.
small town, like you said, and lots of
Yeah.
trails lead out of those two places.
Wow. Amazing. So much unsettled wilderness out there too. It's amazing. So you're going to be attending CalypsoCon in New Hampshire later this month. Can you tell us more about that and what you have planned?
Calypso Masters is an author who writes military as well as cowboys, and
Right.
she invited 7 authors out to sponsor a military reader conference. So
Fabulous.
it's based on military romances, and I've written quite a few romances that are military as well. And my latest 2, Covert Cowboys, are military. They're
Uh-huh.
Navy SEALs. So
Yeah.
I was invited out, and it's for readers to come and get to meet the authors and actually spend some one-on-one time with them because it's a very small conference. And it will be up in,
Yeah.
hope I'm saying this right, Nashua, New Hampshire. I'm not even how to, don't
Nashua,
even
I
know how to
think.
pronounce
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
it. And I'm looking forward to
Yes.
it because I've never been up in the Northeast, and this will be an
Oh, yeah, it's
opportunity to go see
beautiful.
Boston. And
You can go it's prime leaf peeping season. So all the leaves are changing. It's amazing.
they'll be gone by the time
Um,
I get there.
it might still be there, but yeah. I had another question actually that just came to mind because you mentioned ranching before. And I know that you said you spent time ranching and you raised, horses and cattle and also large birds. So can you tell us more about that? Because it sounds pretty intriguing.
Oh gosh, we raised ostrich, emus, and rheas, and all of these
That's
birds
crazy.
are called ratites. They're flightless birds,
Yeah.
and they range in size. The emu or the rhea is probably about 45 pounds.
Oh my
The
gosh.
emu is about 125 pounds, and then the ostrich can get up to 350 pounds. And yes, I've gone toe to toe with a male ostrich, and he won. Um,
Oh
but now
no.
he's boots. So I'm sorry.
Oh man. So yeah, are emus as mean as they say they are? Are they really nasty? I've heard
when
some
you corner
stories.
them, when
Yeah.
you corner them, an emu can do a 5 foot vertical leap straight up in the air because I've had one land on my head twice. So
Oh my God.
get them in a corner. They don't like to be cornered. They will go over you rather than
Wow.
you.
I don't blame them, I guess, but I never knew that. Now we know the perils of raising large birds. Um,
Yeah, people always worry about them pecking you. That is the
yeah, but
least of the
no,
worries. It's
they
those two
will,
to three inch long toenails that are
they'll
killing
jump
you.
on you. Oh my gosh. They're like raptors, little
Yeah,
claws.
well, not quite, but that's what they do. They stomp you with their toenails.
How long did you have the ranch with the birds?
We had it for about 12 years
Wow, that's
in Texas
amazing.
Hill Country.
Yeah, excellent. Are there any, now speaking of your two characters, Reggie and Angus, are there any favorite traits of them that you implemented? Do you think might be like part of you? Like, is there anything that sticks out about them that you really like?
I like my female characters to be strong. In
Mm-hmm.
raising daughters, I've always
Absolutely.
told them you will always be responsible for taking care of yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
that's important to me that women can take care of themselves. And
Yeah.
but she's got a little bit more than she can handle because she's got this huge ranch to take care of. And in fact, she's not the one who called in for the bodyguard or for the help. It was her
Yeah.
her foreman that called in. So
Right.
she's still determined to handle everything herself, and I admire that in women.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And Angus Ketchum is a fantastic name. Do you have any techniques or just process for choosing names? Kind of just go through, a random search for names and just sync stuff up, or
Well, as far as first names, I'll go out online and look up baby name. If I want
yeah,
somebody with a Scottish descent, I'll go look up Scottish baby names. If yeah,
fantastic.
Ketchum is actually, I knew a guy with the last name of Ketchum, but usually
Hmm.
I'll go to the phone book for
Yeah,
last names because it's not as easy to find the surnames as it is for the first names.
right,
I go to
right.
the phone book.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
if I
what other
need
words?
somebody with a foreign name, like I'm writing a book right now that I have to find some bad guys that are of Middle Eastern descent. So I'll go out
Mm-hmm.
online and look for, names of people with Middle Eastern descent, kind of thing.
Hmm.
Internet
Excellent.
is a great tool.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the magic of the internet. Um, we have some questions from viewers, and Sandra wants to know what's your favorite book in your genre that hasn't been written by you? Do you have an ultimate favorite romance? That's a tough one.
Well, here's the deal with me. I have the memory of about like this. You know, I have crap
Mm-hmm.
memory. And so favorite genre? Oh, right off the
I
top, I
know, it's
can't
like how
remember.
can you narrow it down to one? So let's make it easier and say some of your top favorite romance writers that inspire you that you love to read. Picking just one is just too much.
So I love all of my intrigue author friends. Julie Miller, she's awesome.
Hmm.
Dolores Fossen,
Yeah,
she's
we've
incredible.
talked to her before. She's great.
Yeah, they're incredible, and they've been great inspiration to me to keep writing and to stay with Harlequin. And I
Hmm.
love reading their books, and
Yeah.
and I like to read outside of genre, but that are similar genres, like James Patterson and
Yep.
Robert Craze, and
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
enjoy those kinds
absolutely.
of books.
And now, Carly wants to know what are some perks about being an author? She says, do you get to make your own schedule?
I love being an author. It's incredible because one of my favorite things is to do is travel, and I
Yeah.
can take my work with me.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can choose my schedule. Even when
That's
I'm on
ideal.
deadline, I can still choose my schedule and take my work with me if I need to. And I've done that many times where I've been in Ireland writing, or
Oh,
because I've
amazing.
planned vacation and needed to get a book done or
Yeah.
edits done. So take it
Hmm.
with me.
Yeah. And you get
Definitely a perk.
inspiration visiting. Yeah, new inspiration from visiting new places always helps too. Um, Kate has a question. She says, "Where did your escape with Elle James tagline come from?"
I think I was stuck on ease. I like alliteration, so escape with L. Plus,
Yeah,
it
works.
goes with the genre.
Yeah.
Your characters are trying to escape the bad guys. Plus, you're reading for escape. So
Yeah.
it's a theme that resonates through many different things.
Hmm.
And I like ease.
Yeah. Now, what are some of your earliest memories reading romance books? When did you start reading romances?
Probably when I was about 10 or 11. My
Yeah.
mother, she would bring home sacks full of books from the
Ooh.
library, and most of them would be Harlequins. And
Hmm.
during the summertime, when I would be bored, I'd lay down on the couch and escape into
Yeah.
another world with my Harlequins, and they were
Yeah.
Harlequins. That's what I read.
Yeah, right. And now you come full circle and you're writing them. That must be crazy to think about
It's
that.
pretty amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, where can we find you on social media? Are you a Facebooker, a tweeter? Because we want to know all your
I'm a
updates.
face
So, yeah.
Definitely a Facebooker. And I
Hmm.
keep running up on my profile. I keep running up against the 5,000 limit. So if
Yeah.
people want to connect with me on my author page. But
Hmm.
keep looking for to get in on the profile as well because Facebook is so weird about what you can and can't do with
Oh,
profile
yeah.
versus fan page.
Yep. Rules and regulations all the
Be
time.
persistent.
I
I give
know.
away great prizes. So come on
Yeah,
board.
that's exactly. Yeah. So come find her on Facebook.
And I also have a newsletter. So if people want
Oh,
to,
fantastic.
come to my website
Yeah.
and hook up on my newsletter. I do newsletter giveaways all the time, so
Um,
come on board.
you guys heard it here first. Um, so have you collaborated with other authors in your genre in the past? Or if not, do you want to do that in the future?
Was this your question, or did you do some research on my background?
Is my question.
It was your question, okay? Because I started writing with my sister, and we
Yeah.
co-authored 5 books. So yeah, I have collaborated. I have
Mhm.
co-authored with my sister, who is Delilah Devlin.
Mhm.
And yes, I've collaborated with other authors with Harlequin continuities, where
Yeah.
I'll be book number 4 out of 8, or and I've done several of
Right.
those, and it's been a challenge. It's been fun.
Mhm. And what was it like working with your sister? It sounds interesting. Did you get along all the
We
time, or
have
did you disagree, or?
we have such a synergy when we get together. In fact,
Oh,
anytime I
awesome.
need brainstorming help, I go straight to her and say, "Come on,
Mhm.
you gotta work with me on this."
Yeah.
And we love the brainstorming, and we do brainstorming classes together, and boot camp for plotting, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
we still work very closely together, and it's brought us so much closer as sisters
Mhm.
because we have something so much in common.
Yeah. And so you wrote 5 books together, and when was the last one published? Has it
Oh,
been it's been a
like
while?
4 of them are under the bed, and one of them did publish, and we've got the rights back to it, so we probably will republish that one. But it's a time travel to the 12th century. It's kind of
Oh, neat.
a lot of
Awesome.
fun.
Yeah. Um, so speaking of just interaction with authors, and then we know the next best thing is fans. What's the best fan mail that you've ever received? Is there anything that really sticks out? Where someone was like, I'm so inspired by your books, or they really like are uplifting. Was there ever anything that you remember that you saved, or any correspondence?
Um, I had a email, or it was an email once from somebody who said that reading my books had helped her get through treatment for cancer.
Oh,
Um,
that's
that
sweet.
was very, very touching.
Wow.
I've had emails from some fans that would say, "Ha, you got that part wrong," and it's always fun to ask them to be my next subject matter expert for
Yeah, right?
verifying when I get things wrong. But it's interesting the email we get. But I love my
Yeah.
fans. They've been very loyal to me, and they let me
Hmm.
know what they like and what they don't.
Yeah. Now, in terms of just giving advice to maybe new writers, what would you tell them for those looking to break into the romance genre? What kind of advice would you give writers looking to get published?
Now is a good time to be an author. There are so many opportunities, so many venues to publish on. Um, Best thing to do is to start writing, keep
Yeah.
writing, join critique groups.
Hmm.
Make sure you get a good editor before if you're going to go self-publish. Do not
Absolutely.
publish straight out. Just because your
Yeah.
mom looked at it doesn't mean that it's going to be great. My mom looks at mine; she never finds any of my errors, but she's a great beta reader.
It's perfect, honey. I know, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you like to go to kind of writer circles? Because I know some people would say that writing is a solitary um, hobby or, passion, but I think it's important to get together with others. So do you do that often?
Get together with other authors.
Yeah, just
That's like refilling my creative well. I
yeah,
love getting together
exactly.
with other authors because it just
Hmm.
energizes me to want to do more.
Yeah,
That part
exactly.
about I got to quit taking on too much. I
Yeah.
do that. I take on too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love getting together with authors, and I wasn't always a solitary person. I'm very social, and
Hmm.
so working all the time at home,
Yeah.
uh, it, it can be kind of hard. But then 3 or 4 times a year I go out and visit with authors and with
Yeah.
readers,
Hmm.
and so I get my fill of social.
Yeah. Excellent. What's one of your favorite scenes in High Country Hideout without giving away too much? Anything that pops into mind?
The big black moment. I can't tell you.
You're like, and that's it. That's all we're gonna
It
get,
was pretty
guys.
wild.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. The
Now,
big black moment.
Connor has a great question. Is there a theme that you like to incorporate into all your books?
I like people to realize that their potential. That
Yeah.
a lot of them don't think that they can do the things they do, or that they can be loved.
Hmm.
And by the end of the book, they realize that yeah, they can be loved.
Hmm.
I've had quite a few like that. felt like they could not.
Hmm.
That resonates with my background as well, because especially in one of my books, my character had burn scars, and she never thought that people could look past her burn scars to see the person that she was.
Yeah.
And I was as a child, and I have burn scars, so
Mm.
I understand how it feels to fear opening up and letting people see your scars. And
Yeah.
same with Angus, he did
Yeah.
not want everybody to know that he was, a one-legged cowboy,
I was just gonna say
and
that.
it was hard for him to reveal that,
Hmm.
but he did eventually. And yes, he
Yeah.
could be loved anyway.
Yeah. And he's looking great here. So my next question is, um, it's a fabulous cover model. Do you ever meet your cover models? Have you met them at like any conferences? Like how do they go about choosing these fine young gentlemen?
I wish that I could say that I actually get to choose them, but Harlequin does that for us.
Yeah.
They've got a fabulous marketing department. On some of my
Yeah.
self-published books, I have met the models for because I get to choose who I put on my self-published books. But
Oh,
usually
that's
it's photo
neat.
stock that I can get in touch with online.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't even thought of that, but yeah, the self-published books, you must have a more like, free reign to kind of do what you want for the covers, which is really interesting. What's like the biggest difference between, writing for Harlequin or then doing your own self-published stuff? Anything
With
that really,
self-published, you have to do everything.
yeah,
And now Harlequin, I love Harlequin because I can write the book, hand it off to an editor, and they edit,
exactly.
they do the marketing, they do the covers, they put the book together. Self-publishing, I write it, I edit it, I pay for
Yeah.
the editor, I make the covers. I actually
Oh,
make
you
the covers
do?
myself.
Oh,
I'm
fantastic.
getting very good with Photoshop, and
Yeah.
and I have to do the marketing, I have to do the formatting, I have to do everything.
Promoting,
So it's
yeah.
very time intensive,
Hmm.
but I can change it very
Yeah.
easily.
Hmm.
That's the
What
nice
made
thing about it. I
you
can change
kind of want to start the self-publishing? I find it so interesting. Was it just like a niche that like you didn't think would fit in with a publisher, or you just wanted to do your own venture?
it. I could write more than at the
Yeah.
time what Harlequin would give to me. So
Hmm.
I wanted to write more, and I wanted to
Yeah.
explore other genres and subgenres
Yeah.
within romance.
Yeah, we've talked to a lot
So
of authors who, are After Darks and are Harlequins who also have their own self-publishing thing, which I think is so interesting. I applaud you guys for writing as much as you can because we love what you have. So keep it coming.
I write my butt off, believe me.
Like literally, yes.
and
All
and
day
you'll see
long.
that because I've had like next month I have 3 books out, and
Wow.
there's been many months this year that I've had three books released in a month,
Yeah.
and so I have to write a lot in order to do that.
Wow. Yeah, my next question was actually, what are you working on next, or like what's coming out next month? What's in the pipeline for you?
Okay, I'm working on a self-published book right now. It's a Navy SEAL, and trying to
Hmm.
get that completed by next Friday, which I better hurry up
Wow.
because after that I've got to finish a Harlequin romantic suspense.
Really fun.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it's part of my Deadly series. It's called Deadly Obsessions, and I have to finish that by November. I have 3 books out next month. One's a Harlequin Intrigue called
Hmm.
Clandestine Christmas, last in my Covert Cowboys series, and
Yeah.
I have another book. Gosh, I got 2 more books out. I can't even remember what they are. The one I'm writing now, it's going to be out next month,
What
and
the
I have
deadly?
another one.
Oh, great. Oh, go ahead.
No, not that one. It's the Seal. The self-published Seal story will be
Oh,
out next
wow.
month. So I got to hurry
Wow.
up and finish it.
You have lots to work on, and we're very excited for everything coming up. So the Deadly series, is that what are the heroes like? Are they cowboys? Are they a totally different type?
I have a series of called Stealth Operations Specialists, and
Ah,
these are the guys like CIA or FBI that
yeah.
when FBI and CIA can't do it, they do if it's really sensitive or whatever. And actually, you'll see them in a lot of my different books. I cross pollinate with my Covert Cowboys in my Navy SEAL Newlywed and Navy SEAL Justice. I
Yeah.
have both Stealth Operations Specialist and my Covert Cowboys, and it's spinning off into my next series called Seal of My Own.
Oh,
So they kind of all mesh together.
they're all
You'll
coming
meet all the
together,
characters.
yeah. Now, how do you keep
The
them all?
deadly obsession.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Good. How do you keep that
Go
all
ahead.
straight? Do you jot down notes? Do you just kind of fly by the seat of your pants? Like, it seems like a lot to remember.
I have no memory, so I write everything down.
Oh, right, right, right. Okay, so yeah, you have to
I
draw
have
up something.
spreadsheets
Yeah.
with names and who belongs to kind of the main
Who's
characters.
wearing blue jeans and who's wearing flannel?
Who has
There's so
blonde
many
hair? Who
little
has
details.
blue eyes?
Yeah, exactly. So, we're almost at the end, and I just wanted to just answer a couple more viewer questions, and then we'll do some fun rapid fire questions for you. Um, do you have a favorite snack while you're writing, or a drink like coffee and tea? Is there anything that like fuels you every day for writing?
I'm a Diet Dr. Pepper fan.
Yeah,
Comes from
delicious.
being in Texas.
Yeah. Any snacks? Or are you all caffeine all the time?
I Mostly it's that Diet Dr. Pepper has to be by my side.
Yeah, delicious.
That's about it.
Fantastic.
And I do keep Cheerios next to me.
It's good to
The
snack on.
Cheerios are for the dogs.
To keep them at bay. Here's some
Yeah, I
snacks.
have little dogs.
No, I was just in, I'm trying to think. Okay. I love Dr. Pepper, but I was visiting a friend in uh, North Carolina, and she introduced me to cheer wine, which tastes just like Dr. Pepper, and it's amazing. I was like blown away by how delicious it is.
It's
So if
wine.
anyone, cheer wine, it's like a soda, but it's like they only make it there, and it's you guys should all try it if you're out there.
Oh, I'll have to try that.
So yeah, so I have rapid fire questions that are just some quick fun little questions before we say goodbye. So here we go. Country or city? Which would you choose?
Country.
Hmm. Shoes or jewelry?
Neither.
You're like, nope,
Wear
don't
flip
worry about it.
flops, and I don't wear jewelry. I just don't. I do have
Yeah.
earrings.
Oh, nice. French food or Italian food?
Italian, definitely.
Mm-hmm. A
My
tropical
pasta.
des Yes, love pasta. A tropical destination or a backpacking trek?
10 years ago, it would have been backpacking. Now it's tropical destination and relaxation at the core.
I agree. I agree. Diamonds or turquoise?
Diamond.
Yeah. And that's it. That's our rapid fire. Just some fun
That
little
was easy.
things. Yeah. So I just want to thank you again for joining us, and everyone needs to stop by BookTrib after the chat and enter to win High Country Hideout, and just stop by and enter to win this nice bundle for our November Harlequin series program. So thank you so much again. It was great to have
I'd
you.
like to say thank you to everybody who came, and thank you for letting me come.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Thank you guys. Have a great one. Take care. Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys. Thank you.
Bye.